So today we're actually going to be talking about police misconduct resulting in an awarded amount for one of the victims. Okay, so let's get into this. A teen said a deputy threatened him as he filmed his mother's arrest. The jury awarded him $185,000. Now, I've seen there was another case that was out there where it was like, certain charcoal mask that was going on with these three males who had it on, and they got awarded way more money. But let's stick to this story. It says a teenager who video recorded his mother forcefully arrested by Louisiana Sheriff's deputy in 2020 has been awarded $185,000 by a federal jury in the lawsuit filed over the deputy's attempt to interfere with the recording. My question is this: if you did nothing wrong, why do you need to threaten somebody? If you did nothing wrong, this was a routine arrest, boom, boom, boom. Perfectly fine. Cool. However, if you did nothing wrong, why are you so aggravated? Why are you so aggressive? Why do you need to go and then threaten somebody if you did nothing wrong? But let's continue. Deshaun Johnson was 14 years old when deputies arrived at his family's home in St. Tammany Parish to question his mother. Her name is Talia Perkins, about allegations she had ridden a motorcycle without a helmet. Y'all, some of these, I get it. You got to follow the rules. You got to follow the laws of the land. I get it. But some of these arrests, some of these interactions, I'm like, I find them to be a bit excessive. Case in point, I was watching this YouTube channel where it's called, and I'm not promoting any kind of violence or anything like that. I'm just saying this is what I've seen. It was called Texas Street Fights, okay? And this is in Austin, Texas. And you actually see people who are fighting. They're doing a whole bunch of craziness out on the street, on 6th Street, down there, downtown. Police officers, Austin PD come out. These dudes, okay? But they come out and then they go in, diffuse the situation. Get out, get out, get out. And then people who were fighting, now, some of them do get arrested, depending on what you did, okay, and how much of a nuisance you are. But a lot of times they're just like, yeah, just go, just go and leave. I'm come on, man, just go, okay? Y'all drinking, y'all having fun, whatever, y'all fighting, okay? We broke it up. We got pepper spray. Get out. I don't really want to arrest anybody, okay? But these people are committing a crime. Okay, you're not supposed to be out here beating anybody up, okay? But they let them go. So I find it very interesting that you as a police officer are coming to someone else's home because someone was riding a motorcycle without a helmet. It's just, you know what I mean? It's like one's actually getting beat up and assaulting people and nothing, they're like, whatever. Then this one, without a helmet, you're just riding a motorcycle. Okay, but still. And now we have all this, but let's continue. A charge her attorney said was baseless and that was never prosecuted. The confrontation turned physical and the video showed that the woman was being forced to the ground. The lawsuit against the deputies was filed by the American Civil Liberties Union and the lawsuit of Reed Collins say as part of the ACLU's Justice Lab project aimed at addressing allegations of police abuse. It's a lot. Y'all gotta have body cams, y'all gotta have dash cams, y'all gotta have this innocence project, y'all have law enforcement has to have all this kind of stuff because things are not always true. But let's continue. A federal appeals court largely sided with St. Tammany's Parish Sheriff's Office on many of the allegations, squelching much of the lawsuit over the deputy's use of force. But it allowed the litigation to continue over allegations that one deputy interfered with Johnson's, the son, 14-year-old at the time, use of his phone to film the arrest. The ALCU said the deputy stepped in front of Johnson when he began recording the arrest and threatened him with a taser. Now, if you are doing what you're supposed to do, as I said earlier, why do you feel the need to threaten anyone? If you're doing what you're supposed to do, you're following the protocol, following the rules, yada, yada, yada. If you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing, why do you feel the need to threaten somebody? Unless you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, and that's why we got all these organizations out here. But let's continue. On May 1st, after a federal court civil trial in New Orleans, a jury said evidence showed Deputy Ryan Morin's actions constituted, quote unquote, intentional infliction of emotional distress and awarded the teen $185,000. Yes, I mean, you're threatening someone just for literally having their phone out and recording you. There's a reason why they're having their phone out and recording you, because they don't trust what you may or may not do. Okay? Which that should be standard. That should be okay. Why is that a problem? Why is that problematic? But you don't like that because, I guess it hurts your ego or whatever the case may be. So then you say, I'm going to go and tase you if you do it. You can't do that. The jury voted in the deputy's favor on the accompanying issue, rejecting a finding that Morin violated First Amendment rights by blocking Johnson from continuing to film his mother's arrest. Now, one thing that I have noticed about this kind of stuff, unless it is directly coming out of the police officers' pockets, they just continue to do the same stuff. I mean, they could do brutal things and get like $500,000 awarded to them, But it's like, if they're not directly getting this stuff taken directly out of their pockets, it seems like it's just going to continue being what it's going to be. Like I said, this is upsetting. Just do the job that you're supposed to be doing and do it properly. If you're supposed to be serving and protecting, serve and protect. Just serve and protect. Don't abuse power. Why? What do you gain out of abusing power? Oh, look at me. I'm abusing power. What? I mean, why do you need to do that? And then now we got to have the lawsuits. Now we got to have the court hearings. Now we got to go and drag this stuff out from 2020. For what? The amount should have been more money, but whatever. But that's my point. It's like, now we have to do all this extra stuff just because of what? Because you want to be like, oh, well, I mean, I had to threaten to tase him because, I mean, what else was I going to do? You didn't have to, but let me know what you think about that story down below.